Hey Rick, thanks for sending me your swim video for analysis. The first thing I'm looking at is breathing, body balance, rotation. And you had mentioned that you're struggling with some breathing. So I can see from the video, there's a few reasons you may be struggling with breathing. Number one, the timing of your inhale or exhale. You want to make sure as you're swimming and before you're about to take an inhale, that you rotate and you exhale as you rotate. So when you turn your head to the side and you're on your hip, you're inhaling, and then as you put your head back down, you're going to slightly trickle water out your mouth and nose, forcefully exhale again as you rotate to inhale. And then the second reason you may be breathless is your body balance is a little off, your legs are a little low, and to achieve proper body alignment and body balance, you want the top of your head, shoulders, hips, and heels on top of the water. And right now you have a slight drop of your lower body, so you have a lot of drag, and that could be creating some breathlessness because you're pulling more of your body weight. The third thing that could be causing breathlessness is if you over kick. I don't see that you're over kicking, but if you do in the future tend to kick a lot, that could create breathlessness. So let's talk about kick. You don't kick a lot, which is fine because you do want to propel your body with your arm stroke, but you do have a split kind of kick in your legs or when you do rotate to inhale, and that split that you have is because you're trying to achieve balance because you're probably pushing down a little bit to lift your head up to breathe. So by the nature of pushing down and kind of dropping that arm, your legs are splitting to create balance. You want to make sure you have a nice flutter kick where your feet are close together and there's no split, but there's just like a small amplitude. You should feel the top of your foot pushing down, and having flexible ankles will help with that. Also making sure you use your quads and hip flexors as you push down with the top of your foot. Body balance, your breathing and your kick is impacting your body balance. So you want to make sure when you are rotating to breathe that you do leave this arm extended a little bit as your head is out of the water inhaling. You don't want it to fall, and you don't want to press it down because that's causing you to lift your head, and that's causing improper body balance. And you also want to kind of have a steady kick and get those heels to the surface of the water, and that's going to help with your body balance. Also, I want to talk a little bit about body rotation. You should be on your right hip or your left hip. So when your left hand enters, you're on your left hip. When your right hand enters, you're on your right hip. Left hand, left hip, right hand, right hip. But what's really going on is when my left arm enters, I'm pulling with my right arm. When my right arm enters, I'm pulling with my left arm. So it's that underwater pull that's actually driving that hip rotation. So once you kind of spend a little more time in the water, the first thing you're going to focus on is the breathing. Then when you get more comfortable with the breathing and the timing of your inhale and exhale, you're going to think about your kick and your body balance a little bit at the same time and get your legs up. So we want to reduce drag. And once you're able to reduce drag, then you're going to be able to work on what you need to increase propulsion, which is the actual underwater pull. And what goes on underwater is you do what's called a high elbow catch, and then you do a push all the way past your hip, and that's going to propel you forward. There's three main phases of the stroke. There's the recovery phase, what's going on out of the water, because that impacts how your hand enters. The phase 2, the hand entry, and then phase 3 is the underwater catch and the push that make up the pull. Your high elbow recovery actually doesn't look too bad. Your hand entry doesn't look too bad. Once you can really think about hand entry and how that's impacting your body rotation, that body rotation is going to help extend your arm deeper out in front of you as you enter and pull, and then that's going to set you up for a strong catch and push, which is going to help propel you forward. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, comment below, shoot me an email, and I hope you make it a great day.